Welcome to my channel Living Librarian. I'm your host Dave. I'll be sharing knowledge about consciousness, spirituality, and life. Stay tuned.
A Seeker's Path to Enlightenment. Introduction. The name of the book Path to Enlightenment came to me intuitively one day while I was writing this book. The name changed the course of the direction of what I originally intended to write, but it turned out for the better. It allowed me to go much deeper into the understanding of who we are and the connection we have with the ultimate creator. I've been on this spiritual path for more than 14 years now. My journey started after a wake-up call in 2007 that completely changed my life. Even though I was career-oriented, I started questioning everything about this reality. My quest to find answers led me to read hundreds of books on spirituality. I attended various spiritual sessions. I entered into an inner exploration to find insights within. During these periods, I made notes for myself for reference and never realized that one day it was going to be part of a book. So I'm just passing the information that I learned over a period that has completely changed my way of thinking and has allowed me to perceive reality in a new way. I hope this book will help you in your quest to find answers as well one day. The book covers some basic high-level understanding based on teachings provided by various masters, teachers, and lightworkers. Messages from higher dimensional beings channeled through channelers. My intuitions and insights during meditation and life experience. You may be wondering why you would need to read an enlightenment book. Some people would think that it is impractical to reach enlightenment for a commoner, especially for a person who never envisioned this path in their life. To answer that, let me give you an analogy. In any business world, there are always long-term and short-term goals. All short-term goals ultimately lead to the success of a long-term goal. Similarly, this book is written to help you easily navigate life with experience and acquire wisdom. So, the foundation is built upon by adding practical tips and techniques to overcome some of the issues or problems that we all face in our daily lives. Short-term goal. These short-term goals will eventually build a foundation for you to become more compassionate, blissful, and experience unconditional love, leading you in the path to enlightenment. Long-term goal. Currently, two critical changes are taking place on Earth at this time. Firstly, human beings are in the process of a great shift, shifting from third density to fourth density beings. Secondly, the Earth is shifting to the next higher dimensional planet at the same time. It is similar to upgrading the software and the hardware of a computer. After a certain period, it becomes incompatible for any new version of software to be installed on existing hardware. Imagine the hardware is your body and the software is the higher frequency energy that is coming from this galaxy and the entire cosmos. More details about this in the Ascension chapter. There are so many spiritual books available in the bookstores that you may be wondering what is so special about this book. This book aims to provide you with some structures, guidelines, and tips based on my corporate world experience. I then elaborate on how I applied that skill set in my journey and the lessons I learned about spirituality while writing this book. So this book helps those who are new to spirituality or someone who needs some direction and structure in place to pursue their spiritual growth. The entire book is simple, easy to understand, straight to the point with numerous examples, analogies with illustrations, and some of my personal experiences/techniques. Suppose you've purchased a new self-assembling table for yourself. You start assembling it without even reading the instructions manual. Later, it turns out the table looks crooked and not perfectly aligned. You start removing the entire table and reassemble it again after reading the manual. This time it turns out to be perfectly aligned. Similarly, this book can be considered as a manual to provide you with wisdom and knowledge of both East and West culture that can bring clarity, helping you navigate the journey of life with ease and your path to enlightenment as a seeker. There are few things to keep in mind while reading this book or any book. Perspective is a point of view from one person or a group of people. There are many masters/teachers whose teachings may vary a little. Some of their teachings might be completely different. However, you need to understand the overall perspective of what everybody is saying/teaching. It will allow you to come up with a personal understanding rather than comparing the various teachings you have found/heard, word for word. Why? Because everybody has their own outlook and story to tell. Do not get attached to a particular perspective, including this book, and conclude that this is the only truth, ignoring all other perspectives. That mindset has created separation and fighting between people and even nations. Be open-minded and listen to all views presented to you. Each path you observe allows internal growth and the ability to make informed choices of your own, and those choices facilitate your growth. Understanding, there is a saying, change is the only constant, and the rest is always changing. Similarly, even our grasp of the same information and knowledge keeps changing as we grow older and become wiser based on our life experience. The book is written based on an understanding at this particular moment. It can always change, so be open-minded. Discernment. Use your discernment while reading this book. Even the information in this book might appear distorted to a certain extent. One reader can see this as absolute truth, while another reader can see it as distorted information. So if the information doesn't resonate with you, move on to the next topic. Incomprehensible topics. There are some topics in this book that are difficult to comprehend from a human mind perspective due to our limited conscious awareness. Such subjects are to be read with ease and not be overthinking, for example, topics regarding timelines, dimensions, etc. We have been living in a box all these years, so it is time to wake up and start raising our consciousness. There is a whole new world out there with more knowledge and wisdom waiting to be discovered. As we start raising our consciousness, the light within us will begin expanding to its full capacity. The ultimate goal of this book is to wake you up from the amnesia state your personal self is in, reconnect with the source, and grow to your full potential. I hope to provide you with information that can help you bring clarity while still living in an illusion and integrating your divine inner soul with your physical self, thus having a perfect balance of body, mind, and soul.